Good morning, everybody, and this is your DAX day trade setup for today. And we do have diversions forming on the 8th hour. You can see it there. You can see the oscillators are diverting from price. There's a low, lower low, low, higher low. So that is a signal that we need to be careful. And as I've been saying all week, I'm reluctant to be chasing shorts down in this area. Been pretty volatile yesterday, big swings, and we'll get to that to the lower time frames. But the important thing here is that we did reject the level, but on the levels that we're trading, or the time frames we're trading, it wasn't clear cut. So I'd be very, very cautious at the moment with what we're seeing. If we look at this, you can see the divergence isn't that clear. Well, it isn't actually even in here on the 3-hour. Trend is down. You see what I mean by the rejection. There was the first rejection. So if we just put all three in, there was the next one. I suppose that one was probably the one that you should have paid attention to. But if I get down to the hour, you'll see that that wasn't as clear as it should have been for the short. And there you go. You see, so close above the level. Against the rules, not interested in to have a close above the level like that. And then we had the pullback. So big up, big down. Massive pin bar basically on the daily. However, the European session was strong, Americans came online, and the market panicked again. So for all intents and purposes, the trend is down. So we should be looking for opportunities to reject. The fact that we didn't really reject any of these three levels, the upside, those are the three levels you need to be paying attention to. Now I just want to drop to the 15-minute and let's highlight a few things here. So you can see yesterday there was a level here. We've got a pin bar engulfing, red engulfing bar, which is not really something you want to pay attention to, and then a green engulfing bar. So hindsight, again, being a perfect science, you've got lots of structure here. You've got a 71-point move, and you could have targeted a 100-point gain for that first level. So there was a long scalp here. And you can see then we started grouping to the upside, time to get out of this. Hindsight, again, being a perfect science, bit of a range above the level, drop, look for an entry below here for a move down. But above and below the moving averages, so no real structure forming. The next thing to pay attention to on the 15-minute is going to be, let's drop a little bit further down, is this range that formed yesterday. Let's see here, moving averages crossing over. If we do find some support here at 12,959, then I would expect us to target these levels again. But I'd also expect a rejection of these levels during the US Open. So be careful. I mean, we are sideways. That's basically the bottom line here. So for me, looking for a clean rejection of 13,077 or 13,121. We start getting above that. We're starting to break above the 155 EMA, and that is potential for this cup and handle to form. So I'd be cautious of that. So this is the area I'm paying attention to. If we start rejecting this area, another move down, and probably just to test these areas. So in other words, a bit of a range forming. I think your target area is going to be 12,959 and 12,899. Bulls are fighting hard. I think that's the critical thing you need to bear in mind. The next thing that you need to bear in mind is on the daily. We have a grouping of the oscillators on the daily. We had a green bar, we had a big pin bar here, and could be another rejection, but to me this could also just be the pullback, and the DAX likes a bit of a deeper Fibonacci pullback, not always a 61.8, but you can see the 61.8 plays right here where we are at the moment. So it does make sense to just pay attention to that. And then the last thing is obviously it's the last day of the month. So, look what the patterns have been. Down, up, down, up, down. But not creating a lower low. So if we close anywhere in this area this week, that is essentially we have made a higher low. There it is there. So now we need to start looking for the upper side of these monthly bars to start breaking those for a continuation to the upside. And lastly, if I take that pull back and take it to there. You can see we're just short of the 50% Fibonacci here. Oscillators also eased off quite nicely, and we are ultimately in an uptrend on the monthly. So yeah, lots to look out for today. I think being the last day of the month, you need to be a little bit extra cautious, but probably see a rejection there, but then I would see some kind of profit taking here so that you've got a tail on the monthly bar, and that's kind of the view I've got. So just a quick recap: 13,121, 13,077. If we reject off there, expecting a move back down to 12,959, watch out for that tail there as well. That may hold price as well. Don't see it getting below 12,899 at the moment. If we do get below that, then watch out below. I think you're looking for a much deeper move to the downside. Anyway, that's kind of my view, and advice for you this morning is, again, 15-minute. Pay attention to 15-minute charts. You can see the levels pretty well on the 15 minutes. If you start building a base down here, it's a good opportunity to be long, go with whatever trend that is forming. So long as we don't get the same chaos as we got yesterday, we can get some kind of measured move, then that would be what I'd be looking for. Anyway, that's enough for me. Hope it helps, and we will catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.